Welcome back to Life and Hair. During this last week of working, I really felt the pressures of work, finishing work, thinking about dinner, having some kind of evening, going to bed, rinse and repeat for the following day. And sometimes when that happens, life can become somewhat drab and difficult. It's kind of like wading through treacle. But I'd love to know how many women midway through the week are starting to feel a little bit drab. I did a short. I was wearing a dark green jumper because I was cold. I'd been working from home for most of the day. I was wearing a short bob. It was kind of in a dark colour. All of the sparkle, all of the glitter, all of the inspiration had just leached out of me. When the weekend comes, or my day off comes, or maybe even a whole week or 2 weeks of annual leave, it's my time to pick up colour again, wear the makeup, wear the bright fuchsia pink lips, wear the gold silver coloured dangly earrings, and what I call my downtime hair. I'm able to express myself more. My relationships are transformed when I'm myself. When I'm presenting like this and I'm wearing, you know, a sort of a long slinky dress, I can relate to people in a more effervescent way. I've got more confidence. I'm more outgoing. And as I said in that short, I do have a wig review that falls into the category of exploration, self-expressions, and letting those dusty corners of your personality come out into the world. But of course, there are always challenges. So this is from a company called Wigshe. They do real hair wigs, and actually their wigs are pretty good. The box is delightful, such a lovely pink and gold. She comes in her own little bag. It says Wigshe on it, and they also send you one of these wig grips. But of course, real hair wigs, ladies, are not what you would expect, because they don't have the baked in style that we have with our synthetics. But look at this colour. Now, the most delightful thing that I have discovered with Wigshe is that I was able, through email, to make a request. I said to them, I want something light for the summer. Of course, I chose the length. Oh, how lovely that is. What a privilege to be able to do that with your hair. I said, please don't send me anything golden. Whatever you send me, make it really ashy. And they have. Now, let's focus on the root for a moment. A very respectable medium brown for an olive-skinned girl like me. So let's just quickly look at the cap before we get to the juicy bit. This is a soft cap. It's soft all over. Look, I can crunch it and scrunch it into a little ball. It has got wefts, but those wefts are enclosed in this fabric. I can't help but think that if you had a completely bald head, it's not going to really irritate your skin and itch, you know, like some pieces do. Very self-evidently, this lighter patch here is the lace. It's kind of like a monofilament top. That's pretty much the whole of the top area of your head, and that lace then extends ear to ear. They have sewn in clips, bra adjuster straps. Okay, my darlings, I've just cut the netting off. You can see that you can confidently cut that netting, not too close to the hairs. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to follow a perfect line. And truly, when you've got your little sideburns out when you're wearing a wig, nothing matches better than real hair with real hair. I always find that with the synthetic pieces, it's a very acceptable match, but the denier of my hair and the thickness of my hair is never matched with the wig. However, I do feel that although we're talking a different colour here, and that's something that can be repaired, adjusted, the denier itself, it's good. It looks like hair with hair. I'll give you a little bit of information about it. This Wigshe hair is 100% Remy human hair. She's 14 inches long and the colour is ashy tone, which is my special request. This colour exists. If you love this ashy tone, you can request the same colour, and it will be custom made for you. The knots are tiny. They're fully bleached knots. I'm personally loving the 14 inches. The 14-inch length, it's cutting edge to me. It's not just plain old long hair. It's cut, it's styled, it's very even at the bottom. It looks like a nice heavy lob, like you've got beautifully healthy hair and you've purposefully cut it to this length. I wonder whether we're able to get her to go into a side parting, what she'd look like. Oh, look at how natural she is when I go down through her with my comb. Look, so natural, it's unbelievable. There's no fight here. When you push the hairs to one side, I promise you ladies, it stays to one side, just like your natural hair would. This is the sort of hair I always fantasized about, even as a little girl. And like your natural hair, it's going to have a favorite place to lay. So if ever you're wearing this wig and you're wanting to move that hair around as you would in a natural way, you can do it. You can do it with confidence. You can relax. So easy to just get that hair off your face. And because I pull out these little temple-y tufty bits here and the bits here on the side, you can't see them in great detail, but they give you that little bit of homemade permatease that you need to just blend in that cap and make the hair look incredibly natural. It's very nice to be able to do that. Could try a little bit on each side. So I'm still taking the same hair at the top and just pinning it on each side. It's really nice to have the weight and the fullness at the back. Give that lob some weight and some swing. And to make it look like it is a natural, strong, healthy head of hair. Now I've just grabbed this hair and twisted it up at the back. You know, because people's hair isn't perfect. It's not perfectly coloured and perfectly styled. A little bit of imperfection and discrepancy actually can work in your favour when you're wearing a new colour. The whole point of trying new colours. Some women want just the one colour in the same wig over and over again. And if that's what they want out of hair wearing, and that's what makes them feel comfortable, who am I to say that they are wrong? It's completely feasible and viable for those women to want the same all the time. It gives them a feeling of comfort and security and familiarity that they find enables them to wear hair on a daily basis if necessary. Or, for example, when they go out in the evening, they just want to wear something that looks like a version of their own hair, only a little bit better. But if you are in that situation and you want to start branching out and exploring a little bit more, then you will find that you might need to draw upon what I call your feminine wiles. It's all part of femininity, even though it's not your own natural beauty that you're displaying. What you're actually doing is an age-old art of adorning yourself with beauty. You're borrowing beauty from makeup and colours and hair, even though it's not your own, and you are adorning yourself with it. All through the ages, women have had the instinct and the desire to do that, and it has developed into a time-proven art form that has its own allure and is beguiling in its own right. And actually, men, in my case, my husband, responds to it in a way that's very different to the way women view what they're doing. When we put on this stuff, we might feel a little bit ashamed or embarrassed that we're having to borrow in this way. We're having to wear somebody else's hair. They respond to the feminine art of beguiling, because essentially that's what you're doing. You are partaking in the magic of transformation. Really, that's what it kind of boils down to. That's a mystery that I didn't invent. I simply take those elements that I see to be true and apply them to my life. During the week, when things are a little bit humdrum and you're wearing those short practical styles in those colours matching your own hair, and you may want to transform that in your downtime, when you want to express yourself, borrow the confidence that you need. If your partner, like one of my viewers said, if your partner feels a little bit uncomfortable with you styling the hair that you're wearing because he's kind of used to you just presenting in your plain essence just as you are, well, why not switch it up a little bit? As a woman, you do have that prerogative. You have got the right to do what women all through the ages have done. You've got a right to dress up, to experiment, to borrow beauty where it may be a little bit lacking, in order to create a kind of mirage, a fantasy image of how you want to be viewed, and what makes you feel good. To demonstrate how you can change things up, I'm going to go upstairs and curl her, this beautiful little thing that I've got here, to see what else she can give me. We must never become frightened of growth and experimentation, because it's only through experimenting and taking chances that we can come across new things, new ways of being, new lives to live, new passions to enjoy. And look, look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. If I was to wear her like this, it would be for a date night in a nice little restaurant. You know, the beauty of real hair like this is that you certainly can wear, you know, the high neck stuff, the scarves or whatever, the hats, the hoods, and it's not going to damage that hair, not to the same extent as synthetic. But you do have to think about colour fading. And who doesn't want that messy bun look? You know, even as I'm sort of manipulating and touching this hair to put it up, just the feel of it, how soft and pliable it is, and it just gives me so much enjoyment, just the whole process of styling and moving this hair around. When you curl her, you can have those lovely tendrils. You can have a little bit more of that blonde colour to blend in with your own hair colour. Or you can just tuck your own hair towards the back and just enjoy the purity of the colour of the wig. Isn't she beautiful? Now, I don't know what she looks like at the back because I've just thrown her up. It's taken me 2 seconds. So if there's any imperfection, please excuse me. I just pull on that hair around that wig cap just to camouflage where it meets my own hair and my own skin, to give it that natural look. But it gives you the ability to put her up and even put her in a ponytail should you wish to, or to put her in a messy bun like this. Or to just go for that bedhead look, that messy, ashy blonde look that is so attractive. Women spend so much money and time at the hairdresser, so much angst getting their hair to look like this and to behave like this and to be in such good condition with such perfect colouring. I feel that I can go out today, appreciate the glint and the shimmer of this colour in the light outside. Imagine what this would look like though in candlelight in a restaurant or something. That's what I mean by weaving your beguilement. It's an enchantment. It's drawing on different elements of beauty and artistically putting them together, using your creativity to weave them together to create a different look for yourself that goes along with the different aspects of your personality, where you can adorn yourself to fully enjoy any occasion, no matter what it might be. It may be very somber, or it may be a celebration, or it may be a lovely romantic night out. I know that Stephen enjoys the different facets that I present to him, and to my surprise and humility, I do feel very humbled by his ability to view what I'm doing, the way I'm wearing hair and, you know, changing up my appearance. He just views it as a feminine art form, part of my femininity and femininity at large. This is what women have always done. We continue wanting to do it. I feel that this is why we're so excited and fascinated by hair and wigs. I think, really, I've come to that conclusion. We're fascinated because it feeds the magical woman within us, and it excites us, and it gives us glimpses into different possibilities, different scenarios, different facets of ourselves. So this Wigshe piece is definitely going to have a very firm place in my fun stroke wildcard part of my wig closet. I hope very much that you have enjoyed this review and you can see the potential in bringing in a new colour, in exploring a little bit more the ashy blondes, because they really are something else, something new to me. And I'll catch you again very soon.